I want to talk to you this morning about being stuck. It's something that happens to everyone. And usually it happens when we run out of information or things that we do. Now, this is going to be a long subject that we're going to explore this week. There's a process to getting unstuck, but usually it's because of a limitation. So the first question, before I get into even to asking yourself the first question, I'm going to give you a little story. I have a friend, right? And whenever I talk to this friend, she's a beautiful soul, but she always wants to go somewhere. So she's got this thing now that she has to be in another state, in another city. And like she's trying desperately to go. She's gone before. Things didn't work out. At home, things doesn't work out. Now, this is an intelligent person. And in her mind, if she could just get there, things would be perfect. She'd get the perfect job. She's applied for things, but she hasn't worked out any of the details. There's an old saying that says, no matter where you go, there you are. Because she hasn't realized yet that the problem isn't necessarily in her location. It is in the process in which she makes decisions and the information that she chooses to focus on. So when you find yourself in a situation where things are not moving, there's some questions that you need to ask yourself. First question is, what am I doing? Second question is, what works? Third question, what doesn't? This is the beginning of the process. It's a little more detailed than that, but this is how you just start to take that and, start the process of really breaking yourself down and finding information. Because most times we're stuck because we haven't changed and our circumstances in the world has changed around us. And the world, the one thing that you can truly, truly guarantee is that the world will change every day, every second, every time you turn around. But only the ones that are able to shed that skin or learn something new and forget what they did, let go of the past and embrace the future, those are the only ones that will survive. The others, they run into a state of depression. Now, here's the first mistake that a lot of people make. I've even had some people that advise me, when things slowed down, when things started to change, you need to cut down your lifestyle. You need to go live in the projects. Oh, well, you need to let that go. See, the biggest mistake that most people make, and I'm not saying that you don't make adjustments along the way, is cut down your cost of living or lower your standards to your current situation. Okay, because now once you do that, you set a mindset that says, you know what? I no longer believe in abundance. I no longer believe that the world is mine. I no longer believe that I can make any income I decide. I no longer believe in myself. Wow. After all of that, you no longer believe in yourself. After all you've done, you no longer believe in yourself. So now you start to get this mentalistic view of yourself and your circumstances. So the house gets smaller, the car gets smaller, if a car at all. You go from a decent neighborhood to one of impoverished situation. And you know what? When you start shrinking the demands that you have on yourself, you shrink your desires. It's not just about downgrading and downsizing and still keeping a forward attitude. You downgrade and you downsize, but you also downgrade and downsize your interior, your belief. So as you downgrade your standard of living, your place of living, you also lower your goal, your standard. So you're no longer thinking that what most people make yearly, annually, that you can make monthly. You're thinking, God, I just hope I can pay these bills at the end of the month. And you know what? If I can make $35,000 at the end of the year, that's great. At least I'm surviving. Bunk that. You don't want to just survive. You want to thrive. That's the important thing. So before you start making that adjustments, ask yourself those three questions I stated in the beginning. Now, this is going to be a long process because being stuck or hitting a wall is something very, very difficult to get around if you don't have the information. Because the first thing that happens is you really start picking on yourself and picking yourself apart. And then you start looking for other people to help you, and they don't because everybody's busy with their own life and they're trying to survive. So now it's like you start to get those excuses. Nobody will give me a hand, and I did this and this and this and this and that for somebody. Nobody cares. But the one person that you can depend on is yourself. I'm going to always go back to the mirror. Always go back to that mirror and make that reflection. And other people think they're doing you a kindness by telling you not to desire much because you're just making yourself sick. Don't work hard. No. Find some information. But the first thing that you do to find new information is you have to figure out what you're doing, what's working, what's not. Now, once you do that, you can start to put together the missing pieces. But the first thing that you must do is let go. Let go. Past mistakes, past sins. I beat myself up for years over a relationship that I was really the cause of making it go bad. And it turned out to be one of the better people in my life. But at some point, you gotta, let it go. When the mouths are bathed, when your daughter tells you, like, Dad, I think you examined that a little too much. Because they're standing away from it. They can see it a little better. But the first thing, what am I doing? What's working? What's not? I'm Lavaba. This is Spit Talk. Remember, a positive attitude is everything. Expect a miracle every day and have a wonderful week. We'll talk again.